morning and welcome to a special Saturday edition of Auto Intelligence. Whether you're enjoying this with your weekend coffee or catching up on automotive insights during your morning routine, I'm glad you're joining us. I'm Steve.
And I'm Claire. Today, we're taking a different approach with an in-depth exploration of one of the most revolutionary companies in automotive history, Tesla. We've compiled research from dozens of industry reports, financial analyses, and market studies to bring you this comprehensive look at where Tesla stands in 2025, how it got here, and where it might be heading next.
This special episode is brought to you by AutoAgentic, the AI-driven platform transforming automotive retail with intelligent solutions that empower dealership teams rather than replacing them. You can learn more at autoagentic.ai.
Tesla's journey from a Silicon Valley startup to the world's most valuable automaker encapsulates one of the most remarkable business transformations of our time. In less than 2 decades, the company has revolutionized the automotive industry, challenged century-old manufacturing paradigms, and accelerated the global shift towards sustainable transportation.
As we examine Tesla in 2025, looking back at its origins and forward to its future, one thing becomes clear. The company that rewrote the rules of the automotive industry now finds itself at a pivotal crossroads.
Most people associate Tesla exclusively with Elon Musk, but the company's story actually begins with 2 tech entrepreneurs, Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, who incorporated Tesla Motors on July 1, 2003 in San Carlos, California. Neither had automotive industry experience. They came from the tech world, having previously created one of the first successful e-readers, the Rocket e-book.
What drove these Silicon Valley engineers toward electric vehicles was a unique combination of passion and pragmatism. Eberhard, a sports car enthusiast, had been searching for his next vehicle in 2002 while simultaneously growing concerned about climate change and America's oil dependency. The closure of General Motors' EV1 program, where GM notoriously recalled and destroyed their electric vehicles, further convinced Eberhard and Tarpenning that a market opportunity existed.
I wanted to build a car manufacturer that is also a technology company, Eberhard later explained, with core technologies centered on the battery, the computer software, and the proprietary motor. This vision of vehicles as technology platforms rather than mere transportation would eventually redefine the automobile.
The company operated on the founders' personal funds initially, but by early 2004, they needed significant investment. Enter Elon Musk, who had recently pocketed approximately $100 million from PayPal's sale to eBay. In February 2004, Musk led Tesla's Series A funding with a $6.5 million investment of the total $7.5 million raised. This secured him the role of chairman of the board and position as Tesla's largest shareholder.
Ian Wright joined a few months after the company's founding, and J.B. Straubel came aboard in May 2004 as chief technical officer. A 2009 lawsuit settlement would later establish that all 5, Eberhard, Tarpenning, Wright, Musk, and Straubel, could call themselves co-founders of Tesla.
Tesla's first product, the Roadster, emerged as a prototype in 2006 and entered production in 2008. Rather than developing an entirely new chassis, an expensive and time-consuming process, Tesla based its first vehicle on the Lotus Elise, a lightweight sports car that perfectly adapted to an electric powertrain.
The engineering challenges were substantial. The team needed to develop a custom battery pack containing nearly 7,000 lithium-ion cells with sophisticated cooling systems and safety redundancies. Transmission issues also proved challenging, with Tesla initially planning a 2-speed gearbox before settling on a single-speed design.
When the Roadster finally reached customers, it shattered perceptions of what electric vehicles could be. It achieved 245 miles on a single charge, unprecedented for the time, and delivered sports car performance with instant torque and acceleration. Though expensive, priced between $109,000 and $170,000, and produced in limited quantities of approximately 2,500 units, the Roadster established Tesla as a serious contender in the automotive world.
If the Roadster proved electric cars could be exciting, the Model S demonstrated they could be fundamentally better than conventional vehicles. Launched in 2012, the Model S featured Tesla's revolutionary skateboard platform, housing the battery pack beneath the floor, which lowered the vehicle's center of gravity for improved handling while maximizing interior space.
You're listening to Auto Intelligence, powered by AutoAgentic. the intelligent solution designed to elevate dealership performance by enhancing efficiency and customer satisfaction, all without replacing the human expertise that makes your business thrive.
AutoAgentic is an agentic AI company that knows the real challenge isn't just adopting AI, it's getting your team comfortable and confident using it. That's why we work hand in hand with dealership staff, educating and empowering them to seamlessly integrate AI into their daily workflows.
Stop thinking about using AI someday and start experiencing the real-world impact of integrating it today. Learn more at autoagentic.ai. Claire, let's pick up where we left off on the Model S.
Thanks, Steve. The Model S offered multiple battery options, with the largest delivering an EPA-rated range of 265 miles. Later, dual-motor all-wheel drive was introduced, with the P85D variant achieving 691 horsepower and a 0 to 60 MUP time of 3.2 seconds, figures previously unheard of for luxury sedans.
Beyond performance, the Model S introduced Tesla's minimalist design philosophy centered around a large touchscreen that controlled most vehicle functions. This approach simplified manufacturing while positioning Tesla as a software-driven company.
One aspect of Tesla's journey that deserves deeper exploration is their battery technology evolution. From those initial 7,000 lithium-ion cells in the Roadster to today's structural battery packs, Tesla's approach to energy storage has been revolutionary.
That's right. While traditional automakers were waiting for battery technology to mature, Tesla continued with the radically different approach that began with the Roadster. Rather than using large, specialized battery cells designed specifically for automotive applications, they adapted thousands of small, cylindrical lithium-ion cells similar to those used in laptops. This allowed them to leverage existing supply chains and benefit from the rapid cost reductions happening in consumer electronics.
In 2020, Tesla held their first battery day, where they announced plans to produce their own 4,680 cells, larger format batteries with 5 times the energy, 6 times the power, and 16% more range than their previous cells. The progress of this battery strategy has been critical to Tesla's competitive position.
By bringing battery production in-house, Tesla aimed to cut battery costs by 56% and increase range by 54%. The company's Nevada Gigafactory became the highest volume battery plant in the world, and Tesla's acquisition of battery manufacturer Maxwell Technologies shows how central this technology remains to their strategy.
What's fascinating is how Tesla's battery innovations have implications far beyond their vehicles. The company's energy storage business continues to grow faster than their automotive division, with utility-scale projects like the 100-megawatt installation in South Australia demonstrating the broader applications of their technology.
The speed of installation for that project was remarkable. Tesla completed it in less than 100 days, helping solve grid stability issues that had plagued South Australia for years. This showcased Tesla's capability to deliver large-scale energy infrastructure at a pace previously thought impossible.
And in 2025, we're seeing the results of these battery innovations paying off. While Tesla's vehicle sales have encountered headwinds, their energy generation and storage division saw revenue up 67% in Q1, with battery deployments surging 154% to 10.4 gigawatt hours.
But let's take a step back into the electric vehicle story, specifically surrounding leadership and control. While Musk initially focused on product design without deep involvement in day-to-day operations, circumstances changed in 2008. After leadership transitions following Eberhard's departure in 2007, Musk assumed the CEO position in 2008 amid the global financial crisis.
Under Musk's leadership, Tesla expanded its vehicle lineup to include the Model X SUV in 2015, distinguished by its dramatic falcon wing doors. The Model 3, Tesla's first mass-market vehicle, was announced in 2016 and began deliveries in 2017, though its production ramp-up would test the company's manufacturing capabilities and Musk's leadership.
The development of the Model 3 leads us to one of the most critical chapters in Tesla's history, what Musk famously called production hell. In the company's push to become a mass-market automaker, Tesla encountered manufacturing challenges that nearly bankrupted the company.
Absolutely. In 2018, Musk admitted to over-automating the production line, famously sleeping on the factory floor as Tesla struggled to meet production targets. Tesla was reportedly weeks away from insolvency at one point, burning through almost $8,000 per minute, according to Bloomberg estimates at the time.
The situation became so dire that Musk later revealed Tesla had been about a month from bankruptcy during the Model 3 ramp-up. The company had bet everything on mass-producing an affordable electric car, but their inexperience in high-volume manufacturing nearly ended the Tesla story.
Yet by working through these challenges, Tesla developed manufacturing innovations like the massive die casting machines they call gigapresses, which allowed them to replace dozens of parts with single-piece castings. This technology has now been widely studied and increasingly adopted by traditional automakers.
These lessons in vertical integration and manufacturing are particularly relevant today as Tesla attempts to produce lower-cost vehicles while maintaining margins, a challenge that becomes even more complex with the current supply chain disruptions and raw material price increases.
Musk expanded Tesla's mission beyond automobiles. In 2016, Tesla acquired SolarCity, a company co-founded by Musk's cousins, making Tesla the world's first vertically integrated sustainable energy company. Tesla's energy storage products, including the residential Powerwall, commercial Power Pack, and utility-scale Megapack, complemented this vision of integrated sustainable energy systems.
The company also increasingly positioned itself as an AI and robotics pioneer. Tesla built its own supercomputer system called Dojo for AI training, developing autonomous driving capabilities that would eventually evolve into its full self-driving technology. This focus on software and AI represented a fundamental departure from traditional automakers' hardware-centric approach.
Another fascinating aspect of Tesla's story is its cultural impact, how the brand transcended the automotive space to become a cultural phenomenon. Tesla owners often describe their relationship with their cars in emotional terms that traditional automakers rarely inspire.
That's right. Tesla created a community around its products in a way few other companies have managed. From annual TeslaCon events to owner clubs and forums with hundreds of thousands of members, Tesla owners became evangelists for the brand in ways that significantly reduced Tesla's need for traditional advertising.
This cultural impact extended to the financial markets as well. Tesla attracted a passionate retail investor base that supported the stock even through periods of volatility, helping fuel Tesla's remarkable market capitalization growth that at one point exceeded $1 trillion, more than the next 5 largest automakers combined.
The flip side of this passionate following is the equally passionate criticism Tesla has faced, from Tesla shorts in the financial markets to dedicated critics of its autopilot system. Few automotive companies generate such strong opinions on both sides.
You're listening to Auto Intelligence, sponsored by Auto Agentic, the agentic AI-powered automotive retail technology that empowers dealership staff to work more efficiently while enhancing, not replacing, their human expertise.
Tesla's influence on the automotive industry extends far beyond its own production numbers. By demonstrating that electric vehicles could be desirable, high-performance products, Tesla forced established automakers to accelerate their own electric programs.
Credit where credit is due. There were so many key innovations that reshaped the industry that go beyond Tesla's pioneering use of thousands of small lithium-ion cells in large battery packs rather than custom-made cells, improving energy density and reducing costs.
They also introduced over-the-air updates, treating cars more like smartphones than traditional automobiles, with features and performance improving over time.
Unlike most automakers who rely heavily on suppliers, Tesla brought many critical components in-house, from batteries to software to manufacturing.
Tesla also bypassed traditional dealerships, selling directly to consumers through company-owned showrooms and online, a model that many startups have since emulated.
And perhaps most importantly for consumer adoption, Tesla built its own fast-charging infrastructure, solving the chicken and egg problem of electric vehicle adoption by ensuring drivers could travel long distances conveniently.
Tesla's global manufacturing expansion strategy is another crucial element of their story. The company now operates major factories on 3 continents: Fremont and Austin in North America, Berlin in Europe, and Shanghai in Asia.
The Shanghai Gigafactory in particular transformed Tesla's production capabilities after opening in 2019. Built in less than a year, it quickly became Tesla's largest production facility, at one point producing more than half of all Tesla vehicles globally.
Tesla's approach in China is particularly notable given today's geopolitical tensions. While most Western companies are reducing their dependence on China, Tesla expanded there aggressively, not just as an export hub, but to serve the local market, which now contributes approximately 30% of Tesla's global revenues.
And the Berlin Gigafactory, which opened in 2022, represented Tesla's first major manufacturing presence in Europe. While it faced significant regulatory hurdles and delays, it allowed Tesla to better compete in the European market, where emissions regulations have accelerated EV adoption. But 2024 marked a turning point for Tesla, as the company reported its first ever annual decline in deliveries, prompting a strategic reset.
The company that had defied gravity for years suddenly found itself facing earthbound realities. Global vehicle deliveries declined by 1%, with 1.79 million vehicles delivered compared to the 1.81 million delivered in 2023, breaking a decade-long streak of annual growth. The company's fourth quarter deliveries rose slightly due to promotions, but overall, Tesla missed its annual targets.
This underperformance was exacerbated by intensifying competition, especially from Chinese rival BYD, which nearly matched Tesla's global EV sales and actually surpassed it in later quarters. In the US, legacy automakers like Ford, GM, and Rivian expanded their EV portfolios, while in Europe, Tesla's registrations fell sharply, down 40% year-over-year in the EU by November. Financially, Tesla's Q4 2024 results showed declining revenues and profits, with mounting pressure on margins from price cuts and rising input costs.
Tesla's struggles went beyond numbers. CEO Elon Musk's controversial public image and political statements contributed to what analysts described as permanent demand destruction in some Western markets, with estimates of a 15 to 20% hit to demand in the US and Europe. This reputational drag, combined with market saturation and aggressive competition, created a more difficult environment for growth.
Despite these challenges, Tesla continued to innovate. The company prepared for the launch of refreshed models, including the Model Y Juniper update, and began laying groundwork for its next phase, focusing on affordability, autonomy, and energy solutions.
Following Tesla's Q1 2025 earnings report in April, which missed analyst expectations, CEO Elon Musk shifted attention toward the company's autonomous driving ambitions, announcing plans to launch a paid FSD unsupervised or robo-taxi service in Austin, Texas in June 2025. This announcement, along with Musk's statement that he would reduce his involvement with President Trump, helped Tesla's stock recover despite the disappointing quarterly results.
And speaking of those results, the numbers tell a sobering story. Revenue came in at $19.3 billion, down 9% year-over-year. Automotive revenue was hit harder, dropping 20% to $13.9 billion. Net income, just $409 million. That's a 71% decline from Q1 last year. And vehicle deliveries totaled 336,681 units, the lowest since Q2 2022.
Their operating margins have compressed to 5.1%. That's their lowest since 2019. Their global market share has declined to 15.2% in early 2025, compared to 21.5% in 2023.
Tesla's first quarter of 2025 underscored ongoing structural challenges. Revenue fell 9% year-over-year to $19.3 billion, largely due to Model Y production line changes and declining deliveries, which were down 13% to 336,681 units. Automotive gross margin dropped to a multi-year low of 12.8%, squeezed by price competition, higher raw material costs, and tariff pressures. Net income grew modestly, but this failed to offset operational headwinds and investor skepticism, reflected in a 44% year-to-date stock price decline by April.
Yet amid these challenges, Tesla found reason for optimism. Its energy generation and storage division was a bright spot, with revenue up 67% to $2.73 billion and battery deployment surging 154% to 10.4 gigawatt hours in Q1. And Musk's renewed focus on Tesla's core business, including a commitment to scaling back his political activities, signaled a potential turning point.
This is Auto Intelligence, brought to you by Auto Agentic, where real agentic AI amplifies your team's strengths, drives profitability, and builds lasting customer satisfaction and loyalty. Speaking of loyalty and profit, Steve, Do we count Tesla out at this time?
Well, Claire, the company's strategic initiatives for 2025 crystallized around four pillars. First, affordable EVs. Tesla reaffirmed plans to start production of new, more affordable models in the first half of 2025, targeting a sub-$30,000 price point to better compete with lower-cost Chinese EVs. These vehicles will be based on both a refined Model 3 Y platform and a new, cost-efficient architecture.
Second, the Model Y Juniper refresh, featuring improved range, new tech like an 8-inch rear touchscreen, and advanced autopilot, is set for May 2025 deliveries, reinforcing Tesla's commitment to product leadership.
Third, full self-driving and robotaxi. Tesla is doubling down on autonomy, launching a pilot robotaxi service in Austin, Texas in June 2025, using existing Model Ys retrofitted with the latest FSD software. The company aims to scale this service to other U.S. cities by year-end, with volume production of the custom Cybercab robotaxi targeted for 2026.
And fourth, energy business expansion. Tesla expects its energy storage segment to grow by 50% in 2025, with new gigafactories and robust demand for Powerwall and Megapack systems. However, U.S. tariffs on Chinese battery components pose a risk to margins and supply chain stability.
Analysts now view the robotaxi business as potentially transformative for Tesla, representing a pivot from being primarily a vehicle manufacturer to a transportation technology company. The move comes as Tesla's FSD technology transitions from a modular approach to end-to-end deep learning, similar to the revolution ChatGPT brought to language models.
Perhaps the most significant development in the EV space over the past year has been the meteoric rise of Chinese manufacturers, particularly BYD, which stands for Build Your Dreams. In March 2025, BYD reported annual revenue for 2024 of $107 billion, surpassing Tesla's $97.7 billion. While Tesla and BYD sold approximately the same number of pure electric vehicles in 2024, Tesla's 1.79 million versus BYD's 1.76 million. BYD's total sales reached 4.27 million vehicles when including plug-in hybrids.
BYD's strategy includes aggressive pricing and rapid technological innovation. In March 2025, the company launched its Qin L model at a starting price of 119,800 yuan, or about $16,500 in China, nearly half the price of Tesla's Model 3, which starts at 235,500 yuan. BYD's founder Wang Chuanfu also announced new battery charging technology capable of charging an EV in just 5 minutes, compared to Tesla's 15-minute supercharger times.
Beyond BYD, Tesla faces competition from a diverse ecosystem of Chinese companies. Tech giant Xiaomi's entry into the automotive space has been particularly notable. Its SU7 sedan surpassed Tesla's Model 3 in December sales in China, with 25,815 units compared to Tesla's 21,046.
Other significant competitors include Huawei, which has partnered with Ceres to produce the AITO M9, and established EV startups like NIO and XPeng. These companies are increasingly focusing on software and autonomous driving capabilities, traditionally Tesla's strengths, while leveraging their understanding of Chinese consumer preferences.
So it seems that Tesla really is at a crossroads from several fronts?
Tesla's Q1 2025 results revealed the challenges the company faces in maintaining its growth trajectory. While analysts had projected a 17.5% revenue increase to $117.2 billion for the full year 2025, Tesla's first quarter performance fell short of expectations. Delivery forecasts for 2025 vary, with Barclays projecting 1.95 million units, below the Bloomberg consensus of 2.08 million and Tesla's earlier, more optimistic estimates.
The company's stock has experienced significant volatility, dropping approximately 51% from its peak of $488.54 in December 2024 to around $241 by mid-April 2025. Despite this decline, Tesla's late April stock recovery following the robotaxi announcements shows that investors remain receptive to the company's vision of transportation's future.
Tesla's position is further complicated by geopolitical tensions between the United States and China. As tariffs increase on Chinese vehicles entering Western markets, questions arise about reciprocal measures that could affect Tesla's operations in China.
Regulatory approvals for autonomous driving represent another challenge. While Tesla recently received approval for supervised FSD in China, a significant milestone, the company needs broader regulatory permission to realize Musk's vision of robotaxis operating in multiple jurisdictions. Given the current US-China tensions, securing such approvals in both markets simultaneously may prove difficult.
As Tesla navigates 2025, 9 key challenges will determine whether the company can reclaim its growth trajectory and market leadership.
First, intensifying global competition, especially from China. Tesla faces fierce competition from both established automakers and fast-growing Chinese EV companies like BYD, which are rapidly gaining market share with lower-cost, feature-rich vehicles. This is particularly acute in China and Europe, where Tesla's market share has dropped sharply. Its share in 15 European countries fell from 17.9% to 9.3% in Q1 2025.
Second, tariffs, trade policy, and supply chain disruptions. Escalating US-China trade tensions have led to steep tariffs of up to 145% on Chinese imports, affecting Tesla's supply chain and raising production costs. China has retaliated with its own tariffs, forcing Tesla to suspend new orders for certain models in China. These disruptions are causing uncertainty in both automotive and energy divisions, impacting cost structures and product availability.
Third, an aging product lineup and delayed new models. Tesla's core vehicles, the Model 3 and Model Y, now account for over 95% of sales, but are showing signs of market fatigue. Planned launches of refreshed and affordable models have been delayed, and the much-hyped Cybercab and humanoid robot Optimus have yet to materialize, fueling skepticism among investors about Tesla's innovation pipeline.
Fourth, brand image and political backlash. CEO Elon Musk's high-profile political activity and association with controversial figures have triggered protests at Tesla showrooms and negatively affected the brand's image, particularly in the US and Europe. This Tesla takedown campaign has led to ongoing demonstrations and is cited as a factor in declining demand.
Fifth, declining sales and margins. Tesla reported a 13% year-over-year drop in deliveries for Q1 2025, with operating revenue down 9.3% and profits falling as much as 70% in the first 3 months of the year. The company's automotive gross margin has dropped to a multi-year low, pressured by price wars, increased input costs, and the need to offer discounts to compete.
Sixth, supply chain and production efficiency. Ongoing global supply chain issues have reduced Tesla's production efficiency, leading to lower sales volumes and delivery delays. These problems are compounded by the need to source components outside China due to tariffs, which increases costs and complexity.
Seventh, regulatory and litigation risks. Tesla's push to deploy robotaxi fleets and full self-driving technology faces significant regulatory hurdles and potential litigation risks, especially as safety concerns persist around untested autonomous technology.
Eighth, European sales slump. Tesla's sales in Europe have plummeted, with a 45% year-over-year drop in January 2025 alone, despite overall EV market growth in the region. Production line changes at Gigafactory Berlin and rising competition from both European and Chinese brands have contributed to this decline.
And ninth, stock performance and investor sentiment. Tesla's stock has underperformed, falling below key support levels and lagging behind other major tech stocks. Investor sentiment is cautious, reflecting uncertainty about Tesla's growth prospects and ability to overcome these headwinds.
One aspect of Tesla's challenges we should explore in greater depth is the impact of politics on its brand. Historically, Tesla's core buyers were affluent, environmentally conscious, and leaned liberal or moderate. Since Musk's public endorsement of Trump and his visible role in the Trump administration, research and polling show a marked decline in Tesla's favorability among Democrats and independents, the demographics most likely to purchase electric vehicles.
A recent Yahoo News YouGov poll found that 82% of Democrats would not consider buying or leasing a Tesla, with 69% citing Musk as a primary reason. The rise in negative sentiment has been swift and dramatic. Tesla's brand has become a partisan symbol, with some critics labeling it a MAGA hat on wheels. This politicization has led to protests, vandalism, and even violence against Tesla vehicles and facilities.
While Tesla's reputation has improved among Republicans and conservatives, this group is less likely to buy EVs and does not offset the loss of its traditional customer base. Republican interest in Tesla has increased, but the overall EV market remains dominated by more liberal consumers.
Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter, now X, in 2022 has also had a significant impact on Tesla's public image and brand health. Data from YouGov Brand Index shows that since Musk's acquisition of Twitter was first announced, Tesla's brand health scores have steadily deteriorated. In the UK, Tesla's index score dropped from 7.6 in April 2022 to negative 2.6 by April 2024, a stark contrast to the average car brand.
The impact extends beyond perception to real financial outcomes. Tesla has experienced a notable decline in sales since Musk's Twitter acquisition. In 2024, global sales dropped, with a 4.8% decrease in the second quarter following an 8.5% decline in the first quarter. Analysts attribute a portion of this downturn to Musk's polarizing public persona and the reputational risks stemming from his stewardship of Twitter/X.
An interesting aspect of Tesla's current situation is the stark contrast between its US market position and its global standing. In Q1 2025, Tesla held a 43 to 44% share of the US EV market, delivering about 127,000 vehicles out of approximately 294,000 total EVs sold in the country.
Tesla remains the dominant EV brand in the US, with its Model Y and Model 3 continuing to be the best-selling EVs nationally. However, this is a significant decline from 2 years prior when Tesla controlled nearly two-thirds of the US EV market.
Globally, Tesla's market share is much lower. In 2024, Tesla accounted for about 18% of global battery electric vehicle sales, roughly 1.79 million out of an estimated 10 million global BEV sales. Tesla's global share is under increasing pressure from competitors, especially BYD in China and Europe, where Tesla's market share has dropped below 10% in some regions.
When we look specifically at the competition between Tesla and BYD, the numbers tell a compelling story. Tesla narrowly led BYD in annual BEV sales for 2024, but the margin was slim, less than 25,000 vehicles. In the first quarter of 2025, BYD actually outpaced Tesla by nearly 80,000 BEVs, selling 23.7% more BEVs than Tesla in that period.
Market share trends show that in 2023, Tesla held about 19% of the global BEV market, with BYD rapidly closing in. By 2024, Tesla's share dropped to around 18%, with BYD just behind. Analysts now expect BYD to overtake Tesla as the global BEV market leader for the full year 2025.
And when you include plug-in hybrid vehicles, which Tesla doesn't sell, BYD is already the clear global leader, selling more than twice as many plug-in vehicles as Tesla in 2024.
Most analysts agree that 2025 will be a difficult year for Tesla. In response to criticism and poor company performance, Musk has announced he will significantly reduce his involvement with the Trump administration and refocus on Tesla, starting in May 2025. While Musk remains CEO and central to Tesla's vision, there is growing debate about whether his political activities and divided attention have become a liability for the company.
Some investors and analysts have called for Musk to step back from outside commitments and concentrate on Tesla's core business. Musk himself continues to express confidence in Tesla's long-term prospects, predicting it could become the world's most valuable company if its bets on autonomy and robotics succeed. However, experts say his ability to repair the brand and deliver on ambitious promises will be crucial to both his legacy and Tesla's future.
Success will hinge on delivering affordable new models, executing the robotaxi vision, and leveraging its energy division's momentum, all while navigating geopolitical risks and restoring consumer confidence.
Tesla stands at perhaps the most pivotal moment in its history. Having transformed from a niche sports car manufacturer to the world's most valuable automaker in less than 2 decades, it now faces the simultaneous challenges of maturing markets, fierce competition, and the need to execute on its ambitious technological vision.
The company's greatest strength remains its willingness to reinvent itself, shifting from a focus on premium vehicles to mass market options, expanding into energy storage, and now potentially transforming into a transportation technology company centered around autonomy. This adaptability has confounded critics throughout Tesla's history. The next 12 months will be decisive in determining whether Tesla can reclaim its growth trajectory and leadership in the evolving global EV and energy landscape. In this environment, Tesla's continued success will depend not just on visionary leadership and technological prowess, but on execution, adaptation, and perhaps most importantly, its ability to maintain the aura of innovation that has defined the brand since its inception.
The coming months will determine whether Tesla can overcome its current challenges and reclaim its position as the unquestioned leader of the electric future, or whether the very qualities that fueled its meteoric rise, particularly its controversial visionary leader, will ultimately constrain its potential in an increasingly competitive market.
That brings us to the end of today's special deep dive on Tesla. We hope you've enjoyed this comprehensive look at one of the most fascinating companies in the automotive landscape.
Today's episode was produced by the team at AutoAgentic, a pioneering AI-driven platform transforming the automotive retail industry. Founded in 2024, AutoAgentic delivers intelligent, agentic AI solutions designed to help dealerships streamline operations, optimize sales performance, and elevate the customer experience.
What makes AutoAgentic unique in the growing field of automotive AI is its emphasis on ethical AI that empowers dealership teams rather than replacing them. Their suite of intelligent agents handles everything from lead nurturing and inventory optimization to service appointment management and customer follow-ups.
As an agentic AI company, AutoAgentic focuses on developing AI that works alongside humans, enhancing their capabilities rather than attempting to substitute for human expertise and relationship-building skills that remain essential in automotive retail.
To learn more about how AutoAgentic is helping dealerships stay competitive in a rapidly evolving market, visit autoagentic.ai. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to Auto Intelligence wherever you get your podcasts.
We'll be back next Tuesday with more sharp takes on the auto industry's most relevant topics. Thanks for listening.